So what's up? You got the original Lone Wolf coming back at y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this video, like how I was telling y'all about in the last one I just did, about letting you guys really see what's going on and how these people are really getting down out here when it comes down to how they're just running amok. Like right now, there's no order. There's no they the criminals are free, and they're free to do whatever they want. And it ain't just the criminals walking around on the streets of Chicago and our hood, but also those criminals that are in office, right? You got to understand the criminals that are in office in Chicago, they're no different than the criminals in our neighborhood, all right? So here's what we're going to get into. First off, fair use to you, Greg Bishop. I'm not here to slander you. I actually subscribe to you. I've left you comments before in the past. Well, I always leave comments, but this is not to advocate any type of hate or slander towards you. This is fair use and fair use only. We're going to use this for educational purposes. And for everybody who chooses to watch this, you come up with your own take on this. All right? But this is in regards to the money that they just blowing out their ass, man. Like, like they just spending money like, man, like what they're doing is they're collapsing the country. They're collapsing the country and they setting it up for a new regime. That's literally what they're doing. It's going to get heated in the upcoming months and weeks and stuff to come, because what you think is going to happen with all these migrants coming up here? They're going to get the jobs that we supposed to have. There's already a bill on Pritzker's desk for him to sign where you don't have to have citizenship and you can become a police officer. They waiting on him to sign that bill right now. Okay? So things are going to get heated, man. Things are going to get heated. But I'm going to play some of this, and you know how I do. I'm going to give my commentary and my take on what's going on, being somebody who was born and bred in Chicago, June 22nd, 1977. All right, in Roseland Hospital on 111th and State Street. Okay? Been there my whole life. Just came out here to where I am now. But check this shit out, man. Check out what these people are doing and what they're trying to do with all this money they just blowing on people that don't deserve to be here. And yeah, I said it. Yeah, they don't deserve to be here. And you want to know the biggest reason for why they don't deserve to be here? I didn't give them my fucking permission to be here.
The city of Chicago set to spend $51 million for migrant housing. The state of Illinois set to spend about $43 million on the issue in the state budget that begins July 1st. And we've got more than 10,000 migrants that have come to.
Now, July 1st is also when they reenact the grocery tax. All right, they suspended the grocery tax in the entire state of Illinois last July. It's going to end July 1st, July 2nd, some shit like that. It's over. Now, they've already made it clear they're going to raise the grocery tax. You know what I'm saying? They've already came out and made that shit clear. All right? But at the same time, this money that they're about to spend, that they just finna blow on these people, is also set to start the minute they start back raping us. Like, this shit is cold-blooded, man. Anyway, I'm going to try not to pause this every 20 seconds because I really want to get through a good portion of this video, and I really want you guys to hear this shit.
Chicago from the southern border here either as asylum seekers or as undocumented residents. And it's an issue that seems to show quite a divide in how this should be handled. And passions spilled out on the Chicago City Council yesterday when they opened it up for public comment. And we'll hear some of those public comments now, but also we'll hear from Mayor Brandon Johnson as to what he had to say, his administration's doing, who his administration's talking to when it comes to dealing with those in this country in Illinois, in Chicago, as undocumented migrants. So to the city council, where passions were definitely pretty high from some citizens addressing alder people and the mayor.
Our next speaker today is George Blakemore.
99% of these people sitting here are Democrats. 99% of you black over here are Democrats. Seems like the Democrats are playing a game on you. A game on you. That's right. A damn game on you. When they bring these illegals in, are they nappy and black like me? Something is wrong here. It's time for you all to get off this ship. This Democratic ship. Well, Trump is a racist. Biden is too. The system is racist. It's in the fabric of this city.
So now y'all understand what Red be talking about when he be saying about going to your local council meetings and shit. Now y'all see what he talking about. Because this is a cat like Red that's at that meeting and you get a chance to speak. Now you got to be proper and you don't want to, be too rude and stuff. But you hear what that guy's saying. You hear what he's saying? Now mind you, Brandon Johnson punk ass is standing up in the back there. That's him, the new mayor. And I'm going to call you out too, Mr. Johnson. I want to know which one of John's sons are you. For real. Because I'm going to tell you now, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, homie. You ain't no different than Sammy Davis Jr. All he did was pass you the torch. Continue.
Time for you to make a change. Get off of this damn ship. It's not carrying you to Zion. It's carrying you to hell. Can't you see what's going on here with these illegal immigrants and our so-called black officials vote against our interests? Something is evil here. Something is corrupt here. Something is sinful here.
I'm going to rewind that part again. I don't think y'all heard that.
And our so-called black officials vote against our interests. Something is evil here. Something is corrupt here. Something.
Now, we know the whole thing about black and this, that, and the other. We know all that. I get all that. Y'all know I know. But the point that I'm trying to drive home is we have to start somewhere. Somebody has to say something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't agree with black and all that. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I'm not trying to go there with y'all on that. Y'all know I understand. But we have to start somewhere. Somebody has to say something. Because this is a damn shame at this point. I'm talking about since the day this man took office, he has literally just picked up where Lightfoot left off. And I can't say it more literal. I wish I could say literally in a different language. I'm dead serious.
It's sinful here. Get off of this machine. Create your own. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and you get nothing. These people get more than you. They get food stamp, housing, and every education and everything. And everything.
That's what Martin Luther King said. Remember what Martin Luther King said back in the day that he was coming to Capitol Hill to get our check? Didn't he tell y'all they gave away millions, thousands of acres of land to foreigners? Taught them how to farm. Taught them how to mine. He told you that out his own mouth. What did this guy just tell you? He said, man, it's time to get off this machine. He said, y'all stay on this machine, y'all do the same thing over and over and over again, and y'all get nothing. He said, these motherfuckers come here and they get more than you. When are y'all gonna wake up? It's not, listen to me, Westside, because I was on your panel last. Listen, bro, it ain't just the damn 2A. It ain't just that, Red. You understand, Rondo? It ain't just the 2A shit here, bro. Like, they just literally just bringing these people here. I done told y'all a couple of times in videos in the past where I'm at out here in this punk ass fucking suburb, this punk ass village or township or whatever the fuck they call it. The motherfuckers I live around, they barely speak English. What the fuck, man? What is wrong with y'all? Man, do y'all not see what's going on right in front of y'all? Do y'all not see how y'all doing the exact same thing over and over and over again and not getting anything in return? Well, shit, I guess that really is truly the real definition of insanity.
Everything, man, everything. That's right. Tell them. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
So the resident ends his time with some applause from others in attendance, but he wasn't the only one that addressed the Chicago City Council.
And it's just like Greg Bishop. I didn't went on his like this video we watching here now because I subscribed to him. I didn't went on some of his videos and told him, bro, I'm not black, I'm not African. Straight up, my people was here before your people. I already told him. And it's like I said, ain't no disrespect to Greg Bishop. Like how I told him in a comment in one of the videos I left. It's like, bro, I respect good journalism. Like if you're gonna report the shit, report it truthfully, accurately, and fairly. I respect that shit. But at the end of the day, man, this is Indian country. Straight up, this is fucking Turtle Island. Period. And I don't care who don't like it. And that go for Greg Bishop, Brandon Johnson, Lori Lightfoot, J.B. Pritzker, Tony Prackwinkle, Lisa Madigan, and all the rest of them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it.
And pointing out, as he said, Democrats are taking people the wrong direction, asking for people to reflect and so on. But very upset about the care going towards migrants while he feels that others in the city are being neglected. Another Chicago resident addressing the city council yesterday said that she was an active player in getting Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson elected. And here is how that citizen comment went.
My name is Dr. Denise Goring, born and raised here in Chicago, grew up in Robert Taylor homes. I now live in downtown Chicago, but my main concern is Chicagoans. Let's take care of Chicago people first, then throw out the lifeline to help others.
Let's take care of the indigenous people first. Who in the hell do you think are here? Who do you really think they putting them on top of? It's that simple. You take care of the indigenous people first.
So we have $50 million going to migrant immigrants. What do we have for the Chicagoans here in Chicago that are homeless, that are veterans, that have mental health? And I know our mayor is...
I told y'all this on my original channel, man. About 25% of my life was spent homeless. I experienced homelessness as early as 13, 14, 15 years old. All right? I've rode the red line all night from 95th in the Dan Ryan to Howard, right there at Evanston, all night long. I done rode the blue line all night long from Forest Park to O'Hare Airport. I done stayed in damn near every fucking shelter in this city. And I tell you here and now, the vast majority of the goddamn homeless brothers that are here are veterans. Now I'm telling you what I know. Who the fuck do you think I learned a lot of the shit that I know from? It was them. First experience growing up in the house at 12 years old with a man who saw trigger time in Vietnam. Screwed him up, PTSD, drinking, etc. You know how I go. And from that point, all the way growing up through my years, I've always pulled on the ear of a veteran. Always. And I tell you, from my own trials and tribulations and struggling and my ass dragging the ground and could barely eat that day, I'm telling you, being among them, the vast majority of them homeless motherfuckers were veterans.
Is driving to take care of some of these issues. We all need to help and think about what we're doing, what we're bringing in, what we're imposing on the police department. Thank you.
So again, more concern about how the city's resources are being used when it comes to.
But they're talking about making these same people police officers. All right? The bill passed the House and the Senate, man. This is going back to what I was just saying. Brothers and sisters, y'all got to understand, it ain't just the Second Amendment shit that's going on here. They got all kinds of filthy shit. Excuse my language. Y'all know how I am. I'm sorry. You just got to forgive me. It's all kind of crap that's going on right now. All kinds of shit.
Dealing with the migrants being transported from the southern U.S. border to Chicago. Again, it's more than 10,000 have been transported to Chicago just in the past 6 months or so. But the comments didn't stop there. You had another commenter, resident of the city, taking to the microphone, Jessica Jackson. She told the council that she and others feel tricked as to what happened.
Only 89 cents.
In the words of Malcolm X, we've been hoodwinked, run amok, bamboozled by sitting here thinking that these black politicians are helping us.
So Johnson, he held a news event.
And again, like I said, I'm 100% down with you guys when it comes down to that black and colored and Negro. I'm down with y'all. I get it. But again, we have to start somewhere. And it was funny because I got the idea about doing this particular segment of Greg Bishop. I got the idea from Red Wolf, from all the videos that he make where he talk about how motherfuckers don't go to their council meetings and all that. All the fucking videos he done made where he literally say that. How many of y'all go down to your goddamn joint and go sit in on motherfucking meetings? And he said all the time. That's where I got the idea from to even do this shit. Straight up. Like, man, this shit is crazy. This is crazy. But on another level and on another note, though, it needs to be said. See, it's about planting those seeds. This is why I did all the things that I did when it came down to when they took my son from me, Child Protective Service and all that, and I was willing to go after the judge and the state worker on my own without a lawyer and went through all that shit of filing fees and paying the sheriffs to serve him and all this shit that, you would pay a lawyer to do. I had to do all that shit. This is the reason. It was to plant these fucking seeds. And that's how I look at this too. Because this is something I would have said way more than that if I was there. I would have said way more than that. But at the end of the day, these type of things need to be said. So now, let's move on to you, Mr. Brandon motherfucking Johnson. I got some words for you, homie. You look like a hater that I ran across back in the day when I was coming up. Tried to cock block me for some coochie or something. Used to hate on me, talk about me behind my back. And you look like one of those guys that I ran into. And I tell you here and now, homie, I see right through you. I am going to be the first person to make it known now, to let everybody know that you are no different than Lori Lightfoot and you have not held that seat 90 days. Okay, or it might have been just 90 days now. And I'm telling you here and now, you're no different. And I realize that all skin folk ain't kinfolk, homie. We know that you know who we are. We know that you playing a game. We know that you conning the people. I was not at the city council meeting, Red, but here's my goddamn comments as if I was there. This motherfucker, Jim Red Wolf, ain't no fucking good. You hear what I'm saying, Rondo? This motherfucker is a piece of filth. What my man tell Denzel and the Equalizer, he say you're a bottle cap, you're a piece of lint, something you just discard. And Brandon Johnson, I tell you here and now, that's what you are. You're nothing. You are less than nothing. And you will never, ever be able to bounce back for coming back from this, from the things you've done. We all know the last real melanated mayor of Chicago was Harold Washington. And they killed him. If you Google Harold Washington, they're going to come back and say he had a heart attack and shit. You know, Google or Wikipedia or some shit. It's going to say some stupid shit like that. Some sort of coronary or something. You know what I'm saying? But they killed him. They murdered Harold Washington. And here it is, you got a motherfucker named Brandon Johnson in office right now. And he's choosing to go along with this fuck shit. And he's doing this in the very beginning. $51 million. 51. Oh my God. What, do I need to do a video just riding down the street showing y'all the homeless people? I don't need to do that, right? I mean, we've seen enough of those videos in Philadelphia and fucking Skid Row and Cali and, you know, the West Side Coolic know about that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Do I need to do one here just so y'all, I can prove to y'all I'm in Chicago and shit or something? I mean, y'all get my point, right? All of these motherfucking veterans, all of these homeless people, the vast majority of them, and I'm talking about our indigenous brothers, the vast majority of them motherfuckers under them Vidocs and in those homeless shelters, they are fucking veterans, man. I'm telling you. I done slept side by side in a big ass open room on cots and shit. I done sat in soup kitchens and waited in line to get a fucking piece of bread. And, you know, I'm telling you what I know. And this is what they doing. This is how somebody like Brandon Johnson play his part in getting rid of these veterans. They busted, they broke down, they got mental illness, they alcoholics, they drug addicts, and you bring fresh young fish in. You already got some of these fucking bastards at the fucking red lights and shit can barely speak English, begging for fucking money. And it's like, who are you? Where in the fuck are you from? And why are you out here? And this is how Brandon Johnson participated in that shit. And it's going to be the last time I utter his name, because this man gets no energy after this. He gets no energy after this. Straight up. Because this shit is wrong. But I'm going to end it like this. I'm going to end it by saying it simply. It's the people's fault. We're going to see what's going to happen after this. Because everybody know that Lori Lightfoot won shit. Everybody know it. This is the reason for why when they do these elections and shit, everybody be quiet. The last election, everybody was quiet. For mayor and shit, governor, when Pritzker just got reelected, when that shit was over, nobody said a word. This was the quietest fucking election I had ever seen. Nobody had nothing to say. You know why? Because it's all bullshit. And it's getting to a point to now where people cannot run and hide and ignore no more. The damn walls are closing in. It's a sinking ship, people. It's a sinking ship. And I'm going to tell you here and now, as long as I can get far away from some of this fucking bullshit, when it do happen, I can survive out there in the motherfucking streets. Trust me. Now it helped me understand why I went through that homeless shit all those years. Being homeless, having to do certain shit to survive, to stay warm and all. Now I understand. Now I get it. And all the other shit that I've been through that y'all don't know shit about. Now I get it. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's a 25-minute joint. You know what I mean? I ain't go too long. I ain't get too heavy with it. But I had to put this shit out here, man. Y'all need to share this video, man. Like and share the video. For real. Like, this shit is crazy. But I'm going to end it on that note, man. I'm out.